Caveman Dev back with another review. Before we start this review, man, if you guys want to see the reaction, I did it on my Twitch. You guys can go follow me on twitch.tv/Miyami_Ami. Lil Wayne has released a new album titled Funeral. And the first thing I want to comment on this album is it's 24 tracks. All right. I don't know if you guys are really naive or you guys really are just, unaware. But we live in an era now where streaming is king. Streams equals sales equals numbers equals money. So I understand that a lot of artists, such as the X's and the Waynes and Trippie Redd just did it. Chris Brown goddamn did a 32-track album with a deluxe version. I get it. The stream king is here and that's what everybody's trying to be nowadays. I get that. My thing is, man, I always say it's about quality over quantity. And I think that a lot of artists are sacrificing that and they're not really realizing how much effect it's having on its fan base. So that the one problem I have to say about this album before we even go into the actual list is the fact that it was 24 tracks. Listening to Carter 1, 2, 3, and even 4, Wayne's albums have never been that long. Even his mixtapes have never been that long. I don't think that Wayne is creative enough in 2020 to actually carry out a 24-track album. I just don't think so. Sooner or later, the average listener is going to get bored because you're going to end up saying the same shit, having similar production, or it's just going to get repetitive. I know I said the same thing, but it all means different shit. I just don't understand what was going through Wayne's head when he made this album 24 tracks. Wayne starts this album very strong. He starts it strong. Like, when I listened to Carter 5 last year, I know it had a lot of hype because it was finally getting released. Birdman had the shackles off Wayne. We were all ready for it. As an avid listener of Carter 1, Carter 1 being my favorite Carter, then 2, then 3, in that order. If you guys want the order, there it is. I get it, man. The Carter is a big name in rap. So when he released the Carter 5, everybody was either going to hype it up initially or they were just going to, it's Wayne. So they were going to kind of enjoy it for what it is. It's a new Carter. It's Lil Wayne. I get that. That album did not age well, at least for me. I have not gone back to that album once. The only reason it comes back on my playlist is because Let It Fly with Travis Scott is on my shit. And I felt like that was Wayne's best, song in a while. I mean, not like that's saying too much anyway. But with this album right here, Funeral, man, we get Funeral, Mahogany, Mamma Mia, which I felt like that 3 trio, man, had great potential for this album. That's if we didn't have 21 tracks to go. Mahogany, man, was probably one of the best tracks I heard in a minute from Lil Wayne. Reason being, Mannie Fresh. You guys told me that when I was streaming it. You guys were like, this is produced by Mannie Fresh. Well, makes fucking sense. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I completely agree with that. Like, I said that. I completely agree with that. Why? If you are having these sounds, your shit is timeless, classic. I get it. You're supposed to be different. But, having someone like Mannie Fresh who put you on before with the beats, why not keep going with that? Mamma Mia was the moment that we were all just like, okay, Wayne still has it in him. This album is going to be the shit. This is going to be what we are going to get. This is the Carter 5 we were supposed to receive. Because after I heard Mamma Mia, man, I'm telling you right there, I thought the swag was back. The confidence that was exuding through that track, man. He was just spitting the bars and the I can't be doing the beats like that. But when he was going through that motherfucking track, man, Mamma Mia, best track I've heard from him in the last 3 years. Best track on the album, in my opinion. Just from a rapping standpoint, that's vintage Wayne right there. That is where the album ends. The album ends right there at Mamma Mia in terms of, expectations, in terms of being good. At that point, man, the album got really stale. It just got really repetitive. It sounded like we were hearing the same track. One thing though, man, I want to say, man, Harden was also another track that was really crazy to me, man. I love that track. I think the one thing that had that Harden, Mahogany, Mamma Mia, and even the intro track Funeral had in common was the soul in there, man. I felt like when we were listening to Lil Wayne, and I tweeted this as well, it just feels like these days he's a little bit soulless. I mean, I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I mean, when I'm really paying attention, as much music as I listen to, man, when you hear Wayne rap nowadays, it sounds like he's just reading from a script. There's no soul. I did look when I was listening to it on Twitch, man, and I was comparing it to like, you know, Amelie and comparing it to, you know, Drought 3, you know, all those old mixtapes and old Carter 2's Carter 1. You can definitely hear the confidence. The confidence was there because he was the #1 rapper in the world. He was that motherfucker. Everybody, when it was Wayne's World, you know what I'm saying? Wayne wanted a feature. It was crazy. Everybody was, when Wayne got on TV, when Wayne got on the mic, the world stopped. And I felt like that, you know, it supplied his confidence. I understand that. It supplied his confidence. These days is not the same. Yes, Lil Wayne is a legend, but it's not the same reciprocation he's receiving that he was receiving back in 2000 and goddamn 2006. It's not the same. So when you hear him rap, especially when you hear him rap on 24 straight tracks, it sounds like he's reading from his script. There's no soul. There's nothing. The production is not helping either because there was times where even when you get to tracks like Know You Now, I Don't Sleep, there was times where you were kind of contemplating, is this Playboy Voldemort? Is this a new age mumble rapper? Is Lil Wayne actually trying to do that? And when I say that you got to be creative, I don't mean, you know, replicate what is going on in today's rap because it's popular. I mean, from what you sounded like in the last decade, 2 decades, just build on that. Do something different. I really didn't understand what he was trying to do on I Don't Sleep. It sounded like a Lil Pump feature, really. That's what it really sounded like. It sounded like Takeoff did this thing on that track, but it sounded like a Lil Pump feature. My thing is like, why? Why does Lil Wayne have to feel like he has to stoop that low? Because you are popular enough to just kind of just make another mixtape, make another dedication, and people will love that shit. Make another Sorry for the Wait. People will love that shit. I just my opinion on that. If he would have had just a 12-track, 11-track album, I think that this would have been received by me, not by the masses, by me a little bit better. Because by the time we got to track 15, I was really just out of it, man. I really, you know, we got the Ball Hard featuring Lil Twist. Like Lil Twist, I was kind of shocked by that feature, but we get to Ball Hard by Lil Twist, and at this point, I'm kind of clocked out, man. I really don't want to listen to what else, you know, he has to say. There's really nothing else that's cool. I mean, a lot of you guys were sitting there as well saying, this is a skip, this is a skip, this is a skip. We had a couple pop tracks in here with, you know, Adam Levine and what was the other track? Big Sean and Lil Baby. I felt like that track could have been his radio hit. It's just, I feel like the creativity's not there, man. The dog isn't in there in a minute. You know, he's done everything he's needed to do in his career. And kind of the same thing I preach on with Eminem. You guys can call me a hater. You guys can call me, you know, not a fan of Lil Wayne. You were never a fan. That's fine. I can rap Birdman JR to you from start to finish if you really like. If you really want me to prove it to you, I can rap Snitch to you from start to finish. I can rap Earthquake from you from start to finish. I know that motherfucking walk-in skit, walk-out skit. Whatever you want, I can tell you from the Carter 1. I've been there from the beginning. All right, Pop Warner days. All right, it's like the soul is not there. The passion is not there. You know, you hear him rap, he sounds like a robot. It from start to finish sounds like a robot. And I don't want to see one of the great ones, someone that I grew up on, finish his career like this, kind of just chasing money at this point, because it is what it is. Y'all want to talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. I think that's really the hardest thing, man. I think that's really like when someone is on the top, and it goes for like athletes too. When someone was once on top, they don't know how to handle passing it on, passing the torch on to the next generation and just moving on. They feel like they still have something to prove. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on right here between M and Wayne. I mean, y'all probably like Carter 5. Y'all probably like Funeral. By all means, I'm not saying that y'all don't have to like it. I'm just saying personally, it's not for me. And I think that it's not that great. 5 out of 24 tracks. That's how much I put on my playlist. I probably will not go back to this album. Same thing I did for Carter 5. I would probably go back and listen to Carter 1 and Carter 2 again. Like, that's really how it is for Wayne. I think that's another thing that goes down too when people kind of get confused. Like, is it a great album? And will it age with time? I think that's two different things. Because at the moment, it might sound good. But will you go back 5 months later? Because I always ask this question. Between Wayne, M, I'm trying to think of any artist that's still rapping from back in the day now. Do you go back months later and be like, yo, we threw on that new Wayne. That new Wayne was fire. Think about that. Because it's about the longevity of the music. Can it last throughout time? But only time can tell that. That's just my opinion, man. Get in the comments below. Let me know how you feel about this album, Funeral. Let me know what's your favorite track. My favorite tracks out here being Mahogany, Mamma Mia, Harden. No specific order, but I mean, you can put it in any order you want. Like I said, man, I just feel like it's just not there. I'm not gonna put too much disrespect on Lil Wayne. I'm glad he's still doing his thing. I'm glad he's still getting money. No one has any business, and I don't mean just Lil Wayne, but no one has any business putting out 24 tracks on an album. And we're gonna keep it like that, man. Get in the comments below. Let me know how you feel. Don't forget to follow me on social media. Let me know what you want to hear. And until the next time, we are out. Peace.